This would be a boring stream if nobody has any questions or anything. Figured I'd try something a little bit different here. I'm getting ready to throw a screen up and do a quick roof sketch of our property here. I'm watching the chat message area too, so if you got any questions, let me know. If you guys are roofers and you haven't done remote roof sketches or anything, or if you don't use the roof sketch software, I really highly recommend using it. By the way, if anyone's listening, looks like 3 people. Can you hear me okay? If you can, give me a quick yes in the chat. I just created a temporary file just so I don't have any names and addresses of anyone. But we're going to, okay, cool. You got this on here, and I wasn't sure if it was picking it up very well. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm going to import a photo here real quick and just give a quick overview of RoofSnap and some tips and tricks with using RoofSnap. I just got to grab the file real quick and throw it in here. All right, so I just threw a customer file in here. I'm curious to see how it's going to show up here. Let me preview this real quick. Yeah, I have no idea where this is. Let me pull this down here. All right, so quick overview of RoofSnap. Hang on a second. All right, so RoofSnap is a paid software that I use. It is completely cloud-based. I can use it on the iPad. I can use it on my phone, Android devices, laptop, desktop, doesn't matter. You put your file in. In this case, I just put my name, just a fake address here in Kokomo. So what I use it for primarily is roof sketch here. It's a bogus address, so it's not really coming up. You can drag it, so you can put it on here. And this is not what I want, obviously, but we will preview imagery. It gives you so many credits per month, and you can use standards, do not charge. If you use the stuff provided by Nearmap, usually a little higher resolution, they take a credit, which I've got 10 credits left. I'm going to drag this off screen because there's stuff I don't want people to see here. Then go back. Okay, let's bring it back down. So I'm going to upload a photo here. Let's go to let's see, I think this is at 942. Yeah, upload. So if you have a image drone shot, you can throw it in here, but it needs to know a skill verification, skill reference. And there's a couple of tips I use. If it's a 3-tab roof and you just get a good shot of it, you can count your tabs typically. It's not many people use a metric 13-inch 3-tab shingle, so you can count them. 3 tabs, 3 feet. Or you stick a tape measure out, measure one section. If you can park your vehicle close enough, if this ever loads, might be too high res photo. Source One News, where are you located at? So anyway, click on sketch, it should throw the photo in there, but it's from a drone shot that I took. It's not going to know what the altitude was, so it doesn't know the size of the roof. I don't know why it's looking weird like this here. So a tip I use if your vehicle is roughly at the same plane, it's not like down below or too high, it's going to throw it off, or close to the center of the frame. I know my truck measurement from right down here to that black part of the tailgate's about 21 foot 6 inches, and it will scale off of that. It might be off a little bit because there's a big hill there that drops down. And then with the software, I don't know why it is so blurred out right now. I don't know if it's my image capture software. I shut down the mining so I'd have better video card for this. But anyway, click on draw and you can start just by simply clicking and measuring around the property here. It will snap to when you got to line the street like that. Because this is a steeper 11, 12, 12, 12 pitch higher up, if the photo is not taken high enough, it's going to look like your gables swing out. So in that case, you're just going to make sure you measure right here and just go around the property. Doesn't matter any order you want. If you were up higher, I think this photo was taken at like 200 foot. If you go up 300, 400 foot, about as max as you can go, it'll not look like the gables kick out so far. For a lot of the estimates I've got to do, there's about a foot overhang too, which I can see from street view. Oops, we'll just there a second. Should I go back real quick? I made a boo-boo right there. As it comes up. This is Roof Sketch, which is what I use primarily to do a lot of my roof measurements, so I don't have to climb around all these steeper roofs, cut up roofs, roofs that are far away. Um, Saves a lot of time. I still go to each roof. I'd recommend everybody go to each roof to get an idea how many layer count, bad wood, things like that. All right, this is all one section. This little front porch brow right here. This will figure in the slope. Well, you got to know the slope, rough estimate of it, and it'll figure all this stuff. So if you just keep in mind, like that says, well, that is so blurry. I'm so sorry. 20 feet roughly. So we're gonna click on edges. It might be because my PC is just bogged down. And you click on, say I'm gonna tag everything as Eve. I want ice and water and Eve edge. And you just go around and you mark any section that is that, and that will tell the software how much of that material you're going to need. It'll also help the computer program figure out what sections and the slopes and the pitch, things like that. Just go around, tag all your ice and water. I'm sorry, yeah, eve edge, rake, you want rake edge. Ridge, you want ridge vent. Tip, I mean, it's got pretty good features. Step flashing, right there. Wall, apron flashing, there, and there. Looks like everything's pretty well figured. Yeah, so a couple tips. If you're doing this completely remotely, you can go to Google. Most metro areas, you can do a street view. You can get an idea when the photo was taken, kind of an idea of the pitch. You don't have to be dead on, just pretty close. So once everything is tagged, so software knows what it is, then you click on facets. This is really blurry. It does not look this bad for some reason. All this is just weird looking. So on facets, you can go to pitch. If it's all one common pitch, you can just simply click the plus and it'll throw out all 512. It's not. Those lower back sections, the wraparound porch on the top side of the screen is a 4, and there's more of them. I'm just going to do that. Then we're going to click down here on 12. Just touch those sections. That porch there was like a 612, so we'll click on 6, mark that a 6. Scroll down farther, it's a 2-story. It'll keep all the 2-story sections or 2-layer sections, low slope, all those separate. Sorry, I'll keep glancing back at this here. It is a really good tool. It's like $100 a month. I've been using it for over a year now. North Carolina. You just saw what website was public? Hey, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Looks like 32 square. Guess some people never lose their skill, Mark. Hey, I need you to come forward and get that $100 so people don't think I'm trying. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, $100 a month for the software. It's like $99, and they give you so many credits per month. Every month, they give you more credits to use for the near map, high res photos. But I've got a drone, so if I'm there checking it, I just grab the drone shots. Yes, it is a paid. So yeah, once you got that done, what you can do is you click on the, if you got, I don't ever use pins, but you can tag different things like what you have, skylights, box vents, vent pipes, things like that. That way, if you have a foreman or a supervisor or somebody or a project manager, they know exactly where everything is, what size everything is. I don't go that far into detail because it's me looking at every job. Uh, Friday. Shit, yeah. Give me a buzz, meet me at the office. I'm taking Friday off, very minimal work Friday. Do they have yes, they do have a phone app for Android and Apple. So you can use on all of them. It's all cloud. So if I upload it, like for example, I had this one hooked up to the drone, I can upload directly to it. It's instantly accessed on any other device. So you can have an office guy doing a lot of the back end work. If you got more team that you guys have out in the fields, you can plug in more people. So anyway, I'm not going to use the pins. We're just going to click done. Again, it's not normally this blurry. I don't know why it's coming up that bad. It will factor in a pitch. It'll generate the report. It's a pretty good looking PDF file, which we will create here real quick. Down under Documents tab. This is a bogus report. If you notice, it said 420 Easy Street, Kokomo. It's a non-existent address. Just figured it was good, so you know, and to see this person. So if they watch the channel, they're not seeing their address be thrown out. Different kinds of reports. I like clicking the modern one. It will generate a PDF file real quick, and then I attach this into my CRM software. Does it look clear to you guys? You say it's clear because it's blurry as hell to me. Like right now, it's clear. Yeah, this is, yeah, right down here, all this is blurry. And there's a delay up there. But anyway, so looking at this here, you can either keep it for yourself or present it to a customer. I don't really present it to them because a lot of the times they're just going to give it to another guy and then use my work and probably not even get the job. But it looks pretty professional, I feel. It's way better than, oh, what is it, iRoofing? iRoofing is pretty pricey and it's not near as good. Yeah, I wish I had your gigabit connection. I'm uploading on a 2 to 4 megabit upload right now. So anyway, you can come down here. It shows the pitch, the sections, the facets, the linear footage per section, color coded. Then down here is really what I use. This is the meat and potatoes right here for me. I have created an Excel spreadsheet, and I can simply just drag this up on one screen, look at my other with my spreadsheet, plug in these numbers right here, and then it will spit out everything, and you can tweak a few parameters, and it spits you out a pretty price. So I know going into every job what my profit margin would be. Labor, there's different ways you can do that. If you, whether you subcontract, price per square, and other various things based on what your crews use, or, ooh, boy, Mark, close your ears, but most of the people I've worked with here in Kokomo, I don't know how. It'd be hard to figure labor. Um, then down here, if you want to itemize everything, it'll tell you what all your itemized sections are, whether you want D-drip for your gables or apron for your bottoms. Um, Ice and water shield if you want it in the transitions. I didn't even click that. There wasn't anything on this house needed transition, but it has all those factors and features. It gives you a breakdown of squares per pitch, what's two-story, what's not. Google Maps measuring tool is pretty damn accurate. I like it. I'm trying to think of something that I can show you that's not going to give away an address or a name to somebody. I need to like go find like a fire department here in town, just to be like, hey, can I measure this? So you guys can look it up and check your Google Maps with me with a camera. Oh, so my truck, that's what I was going to say on that. Oh, I did measure that. Get an old photo up here. So anyway, that's just a quick overview of the sketch feature. I think I covered everything on here. Yeah. Let's get this off the screen here. Yeah, unfortunately, Starlink just announced when I looked it up the other day, I can't get it until mid-year next year now. Um, there was a video I did in the past, probably over a year ago now, where I showed how to use Google Maps, Street View, did everything and blurred out the information you want people to see. It was pretty accurate. I'm super impressed with that. I think you can just plug a pitch factor in. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things here. I'm listening to different things on my phone. What part of the country? I am in central Indiana. Where are you watching from? Is it Southie 101? Where are you watching from? Houston. Yeah, if you're familiar with the Indianapolis 500, we are 1 hour north of there. Anyone sound like is there a echo coming in at all by chance? Yeah, the Colts. Who are the Colts? Actually, I heard they won the other day. Did they, Mark? Could we play the Jets? Oh, anyone, any fans in here into crypto? Okay, looking at my video capture software to stream live, there's for some reason several mics showing up here. And the other day I went live, it was kind of echoing back in the background. Appreciate it. Hmm. Yeah, it's been a bad day for a lot of things across the board. By the way, if anyone is new to crypto or newer to crypto and you don't use TradingView, I just happened to see this ad pop up on my screen. I'll drop it down here for you. Check them out. It's who I use for my charting software and analytics and or not analytics, but TA technical analysis. It's a hell of a deal right here. If you're new to it, get rid of those stupid pop-ups so you can get more indicators on your screen. Take advantage of this. Just their Black Friday sale. Just figured I'd share that on here real quick. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I would be able to get sponsored, but roofing is a niche. Yeah, crypto I think is going to be huge and change a lot of industries. Well, I'm just looking at Matic right here. Luckily, I got out of a large position of Matic a couple weeks ago after it ran up, but just Zooming out here on the 5 minute chart. No, I'm sorry, that's 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's just a definitely confirmed downtrend here, which is good. I sold out a lot. I'm in a small position, but no big deal. I find it hard to work sometimes, and I got a stack of stuff to do, trying to get through some of it off screen here, but just watching my investments. It's why I have my headset on. I was watching some crypto guys out there. Altcoin Daily went live. They're talking about stuff, so I was listening to them. And Dan with Venture Capital, Crypto Capital Venture, was just watching one of his on Cardano. Gas fees, yeah, gas fees are kind of a nightmare, but gas fees are actually kind of a good thing because I'm collecting some of them gas fees. Kyle, what's up, buddy? It depends on what you call urban or rural. I live out in the county, but Kokomo is a population of 55, 57,000 last census I knew. So compared to like Indianapolis, 1.5 million, it's pretty rural area. That roof repair, that was pretty bad. Uh, the stuff I see is just ridiculous. Yeah, I want to know who did that. He just told me it was somebody from what did he say? Gas City, Fort Wayne area. It's kind of a wide area east of here. Mark, you on here still? Did you happen to see that video I threw out earlier? He found him on Angie's List, he said. Just nothing sounded right about that. Price was pretty crazy for just having a couple of bad pipe boots, and they did all that. Left a pile of trash down on the ground, ceilings falling in. Just a mess. Anyone here still on watch Dmitry Lipinski? God, my internet sucks. I think my screen froze up here. I'm gonna check something out here.
We're going to show you what it takes to make and recycle the shingle.
You guys check this out. I'm thinking about doing a video on this um, with our local trash place and seeing about what they do. Which camera am I on? I'm on that one right there. I don't know why I switched. Dimitri, yeah, I used to follow him a lot. Then his content kind of changed to more of a marketing. I feel like he's building up his own platform to connect homeowners and contractors, which is fine. Lord knows we need better ones that are out there than what are out there now. This video he's got that's on my slow internet is not loading is about shingle recycling and stuff, and kind of just like makes me think, damn. A couple weeks ago, I was out up over a landfill and I sent the drone up, and it's just like, oh my God, there's so much shit. It's terrible. With all the technology, and we're flying to Mars and shit, you'd think they could recycle these shingles. When I worked for an individual private company down in Indianapolis, they were investing this big firm in how to shingle recycle. What they were doing, I don't know why it's not out right now, taking the shingles, grinding them up, processing, getting the trash, the debris, the nails, the metal out, and then submerging the shingle in a hot lead bath. So it's kind of like an anaerobic environment. There's no oxygen for it to burn, but it's at the temperature to break down. And they can somehow siphon that out and run it through a centrifuge. And what that will do is will separate the different thicknesses and viscosities, weights, however you say it, and they can siphon off of that centrifuge the petroleum, the natural gas, the different things and extract them out. And it sounded pretty badass. I don't know why it's not being done right now, and I don't know why my internet is not working. Experiencing interruptions. Yes, I am. Why? Because it's AT&T. Can you guys still see and hear me? Is it completely cut out? Completely cut out. Hmm. Mark, you can see and hear me right now? Huh. Yeah, my whole stream on my screen looks like it cut out. I'm completely froze. Let me try to refresh something here. All right, cool. I don't know. Half of my monitors are just froze. All right, well, let's roll with it. But I can't get this one back up. It's not loading. If you follow my live streams, which isn't often, you're going to see an absolute horrible internet performance here. Solar flares. Oh my God.
What's happening to all these damaged asphalt shingles removed from homes, loaded onto trailers, and then hauled away?
Oh my God, just play. And that's even with the mining shutdown right now. Dimitri. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his, but he did kind of shoot some content with one of our local news guys here, and I want to do a little follow-up video with it, with our little local recycling place. I can't do this. I can't get any work done like this. I think it'd be better just to hotspot my cell phone. I think if I do that, it's gonna kill the stream though. What is going on? Let me try to blow away some of these screens here.
When you see these shingles here,
There we go. Let's see if it'll work now. Thank you, Tommy. What kind of video content that I do you like the most? It'd be nice if people give a little more feedback on what they like seeing. Worst roof evers, there's probably a lot of that stuff here. I need to go into town to my sister's and use their fiber optics and do live video. Hey, Mark, have you ever done any kind of bot trading? Just curious. I don't know, use it in the crypto side. I don't know if they even allow that in the traditional markets, or anyone else in here might know and have any experience with it. I started trading with a bot on KuCoin last week. Did I try it out? It's just a grid trading. Hey, my screen's catching up there. The repairs, like the repair videos, unedited. I got like 4 TB of raw footage. I just don't have time to get to. Yeah, the finding the leaks, the worst roof evers, those type things. I feel like I can do a lot of that relatively easy. Like today, just spur of the moment, got the new phone, pretty good stabilization. Although I did find out in today's video that when I hit from forward to rear video camera, there's like a half-second audio that cuts out. So I wasn't too big on that, but overall the stabilization quality is pretty damn good. Yeah, appreciate that. I know there are some YouTubers that I follow in the crypto area, and it's nice to be able to do and see like live footage that they do. So I figured I'd try to do some of that. Last was it Saturday? I think I took my little girl down to the hunting shack. We did a short little live video down there. This one, I try to do a few every now and then on a good roof project. Try to do the drone uh, live video. Actually, we did one. I think it was back in like May, June. I don't remember exactly when it was. Had the drone iPad on, live video, and panning around the area. And just after that stream ends, there's a guy commenting on it. He's like, "Hey, is that Lowe's?" I was like, "Yeah." And they pull into the parking lot in like 10 minutes. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's kind of cool." I've had a few people start recognizing me around town. Actually, I had 2 people call me today from the channel, a little bit closer in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, want me to check other contractors' work that they're kind of questioning. So that'll be kind of interesting. Hopefully, get that work done next week. Are you talking about ice and water shield on all bottoms and valleys, or just valleys, or what? A lot of people don't pay the extra. You're right. Now we do a lot of roof installs too. I just don't film much of it anymore, just for the fact that I hate that people want to complain about not wearing harnesses and things, and they've obviously never done it a day in their life. Or occasionally I get those people that think they know better, and I'm not being safe, or the guys aren't being safe. I don't force them to go unharnessed. I don't wear a harness unless I feel I need to. So I don't do much of that. I actually had OSHA contact me before, threatening me. Yeah, I don't care, OSHA. How long ago was your roof redone, David? Yeah, I wonder if I could do a collaboration with Dimitri or some other roofer guys in the area. Let me know in the chat who would you like to see me do. Oh, Kyle. I know. We could do a collaboration there, buddy, but you got to be on camera with me. Oh, 3 years ago? Okay, so I just wondered if it was something recent you had done. What shingle brand did you go with? Let me close some more of these things down I got up here. 10:15. I don't know that I'm going to get much more work done. We'll just continue to Q&A and watch the markets here. The entire roof, like from bottom all the way up. What's up, Oscar? Seen your name pop up a little bit more here recently. Hey, congrats to you. You ready to grind it out for a while? Well, hey, I wouldn't be opposed to using ice and water, but ice and water is kind of a last protection. So if you just put your shingles on right in the first place, you shouldn't even have to have ice and water. Now, ice and water does serve a good purpose in the valleys, and more importantly, the bottom edges on low slope if you're in a cold region with hot and thaw, cool cycles, things like that. But boy, just makes me think down the road, the next generation got to peel that thing off. Oh my God, watch out. Tommy boy. Well, that just puts a picture of a T-bone in my mind right now. Not sure what the brand was, David. Just kind of curious. It's always nice to kind of get another take on brands in other regions and how they do things. Okay, let's just do a little thing here. My counter up there says 8 people currently watching, or if they're watching this later in the future, let's take a little poll here. This is kind of a controversial thing, and we're getting back to that time of year. Does ice and water go on before the apron, or does the apron go on and then the ice and water go on? Let me know what your guys' take is. Yeah, I see one of my crypto guys say this a lot, so let's see if it helps out, makes it easier. Drop a 1 in comment if you think the ice and water should go down first and then your apron, or drop a 2 in the comment if you think the apron needs to go down and ice and water on top. Kind of curious what the sense is out there. Technically, you're supposed to put the ice and water on and down over your fascia board, then the apron on. No one does that. If you're going to put the ice and water down, my opinion is if it's warm and it's going to stick, you want to put your apron down and then have it stick to and seal it. That way it's not going to back up under. If you put it down to the edge of the roof surface and then you put your apron on, if there's an ice dam, it backs up, it's going to go over your edge metal, under the edge metal apron, on top of your ice and water, and then drip down over the face of the decking, OSB, plywood, 1x, fascia board, whatever the case. So we got a 2. They think, shit, what did I say? I have to watch that back. 1 was ice and water down, then apron. Yeah. Okay, 2. That was my way. So put your apron down, ice and water on top. Yeah, that's the way I think it should be done. That's the way I do it. How about today's video? Do you run a rack of shingles straight up? This job I was looking at today is just pitiful. 412 pitches, I mean, those are actually kind of nice to work on. They're easy to walk. 6 is pretty ideal. You don't have to be bent over so much. 412, much lower than that, not really great for shingles. Shit show, was that you that commented that, Tommy, on the other video? You're talking about the worst roof repair ever, botched roof repair. Kevin Katowski. Is that the Kevin I knew as a kid? Decra, that's some pretty nice stuff. And there's only like 2 Decra jobs in my area that I know of. Actually, one of them I've got to drive 40 minutes north to go see it. There's not many people here use it. Kokomo is a very unique market. Kyle, you know what I'm talking about. Lifetime roof. It depends on whose life, I guess. I've got a GAF lifetime roof on my roof, and it's not a lifetime roof. Let me tell you, it's already got issues coming in. It's got some massive discoloration have a sales rep come out. He's like, "Oh, you got 50 years. You don't have to worry about it. You got the best plan there is." I think what they're wanting you to do is not do it because they're not going to cover it. Get you to go out and tell one you sell the house and then it's non-transferable or some stupid shit like that. Or they just go under. They've made their billions of dollars and they're not going to cover it. So I definitely got the sense that the sales rep that came out was like, "Oh yeah, we'll just push off to like the 49th year." I don't think so. Shingles are going to degrade. They're going to tear up. They're going to wear out. How you doing, Kevin? I thought that might have been you on here in the past, but you got a very unique last name like me. Hope you're doing well still up in the Wisconsin area. What's up, Lynn? Whoops. Need a wireless mic. Hey, kind of curious. Can you hear me better now? Or now? It's a left and right channel, I don't know. Tell you what, the Dead Cat does an amazing job on a windy day. Oh, Decra, yeah, that'll outlast a lot. I thought you were talking about shingles. Sorry, my bad. Shib? Nah, Shib's a shit coin. I did buy a little bit prior to the big run up. Not much, $1,000 worth. Made 25% in a couple days, like 2, 3 days, and just sold it. And bought back a little bit more, kind of play around. It's there. I have no plans to invest in it. Doing well, Kevin. I don't know if you've probably seen some of the videos. This little girl here is growing up really quick and big. I think when you met the family, I was probably that big, huh? You have to come on down sometime and visit. Later, Tommy. No, I'm not a fan of GAF. It's not my least favorite. I mean, it's an okay shingle. I don't know that it's the best shingle. I really want to do something on their the HDZ shingle line that they've got. It's the mechanically fastened one. Weather in Kokomo is not too bad right now. It was a chilly day today. My hands were freezing by the end of that 10-minute video, but it was decent. It's supposed to be a little warmer next few days. I was a little older. Yeah, I don't remember how old exactly I was. I just remember those fun days when you'd take us to the park. God, that seems like a lifetime ago. Boy, when's the last time I even seen you? It's probably been 15, 18 years. Oh, you've seen all of them? All right. Thank you for supporting the channel. As far as what I'm doing here on the channel, it's, boy, 17 years I've roofed now. And instead of doing one roof for one person, I figured I could do this kind of content stuff a little bit on the side when I have time, and it kind of helps a lot of people. The channel, I think, is getting ready to break 2 million views this later next month, I hope. Hopefully these videos keep doing good. Let's just check it real quick. Let's bring up my channel and see what the About page says. Be coming up on 1,800,000 views. Yeah, I know you've never met my wife, and I think we've been together 15 years now. So it's been at least that. GF Lifetime Fox Hollow. It's a pretty light gray color. I mean, don't get me wrong, the shingle's good. There's a few I'd definitely recommend staying away from, and one top of my list is Tanco. Tamco is just a horrible shingle. Yeah, they didn't know anything. So many notifications on these things. Yeah, I'm not on the roof all the time now. I started this company like 5 years ago, maybe. So I'm no longer like on the roof every day. Thank God my back couldn't handle it. Kind of had a wake up call. One of my previous employers, we went through like 130 employees in 1 month. I'm like, I can't do this shit. And I see these guys coming to work at 50, 60 years old. I've been a professional roofer. They get the job. I'm like, sure, hell, we've gone through so many people. Come on, come to work. 5 minutes on the roof, you can tell they've never done it. Like, could I go clean rubbish now? I'm not going to be that guy. Sorry, it's just not for me. Yeah, you only get one body. You got to take care of it. You got to work smart. Um, just getting my life back. I mean, I got to do stuff like this. You're not seeing it's off camera spreadsheets and estimates and work and a stack of notes from the day in the truck. I got to go through still and get entered in my software. Galaxy S21 Ultra, yes, I love it. The video quality is amazing. No longer like on my old phone, which you guys dubbed the potato phone, was a Moto Z, one camera, 12 megapixel, digitally zoom, deteriorates everything. This one here, let me just show you the screen here on that thing. Which camera am I on? This camera here. Yeah, 3 cameras. So no longer are you digitally zooming. It's like a 112 megapixel camera. It's got 3 lenses it can choose from, a close up, a normal, a zoom. I mean, stabilization's pretty good, audio's pretty good. I just need to get a little piece of foam cushion or a dead cat, just cover up the mics. I gotta find all the mics on it. I think there's one down here too. Just so you don't get the wind whipping over it. In the video I did tonight, I didn't hear the wind, but when I had my headset on, I could hear it. I'm not an iPhone guy. I do use an iPad Air, but I'm not a big iPhone fan. Well, it's not so much an optical zoom that it is changing optically. There's just 3 options built in, so you can choose the setting and it will just flip in the software to use the other lens. And probably a little bit of digital blending between them. You do all your office work in the truck. I tell you, the worst thing I do with my office stuff is I'm to that point where I'm busy enough, it just drives me insane. I've got so many things I've got to fragment my time between. Just having a receptionist would be huge. Somebody to take the calls because most of the calls will roll to my work phone and just stopping what I'm doing. Oh yeah, by the way, I just happened to see a like pickup there. If you could give it a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. YouTube looks at several things and metrics, the retention time, the click-through rate, and the likes and engagement. It will help this. I want to push this channel out to as many as I can to grow this channel. You look at some of the other big guys in the space. Not that I like, thank you, I just saw them pop up. Dimitri, but like Eric Reno, God, he was a big one that kind of got me motivated into doing this. There's not enough good roofing channels out there. And of course, I mean, BDR, you gotta love a little BDR. I've had an answering service in the past, wasn't a fan of it. Not even the pricey side of it. It's just like, because the answering service calls me, hey, do you no take a message? It's like, what's the point of that? No, I need somebody truly dedicated right there that can take the calls, enter them in my CRM software, take notes, even do the back end side of things, go through a sketch like I showed you earlier in the video. Currently 8 people watching. Come on, all 80 of you. If you haven't done it, give it a thumbs up. There we go, 12 likes. I don't do that enough. Let's bump it up. Let's get to 20 before this, here in the next couple minutes, maybe. Oh, hopefully I got some regulars in here. What should the new potential giveaway be? There's a few Canadian friends. I want to try to send a mag hatchet to them because they can't buy them. Let's do another quick little Polsky in the comment section here. Wherever you're watching from, if it's in the US, just type in your state. And if you're outside the US, let me know what country. All 7 of you. Or if you're watching later. And then give me any ideas you want to see me do a video review or anything. The mag hatchet, it's like $70-ish or so. You can get them at most. Oh, Canada, all right. Illinois. Hey, Redfire, are you familiar with, I think it was called Greenlight Construction. Have you heard of them? I think they're up in your area. Orange County, Cali. Too many TV shows in your area. Uh, if you're wanting to know like price per square, kind of, but every job is so unique, and in a market like mine, it is rock bottom pricing, like shit pricing. So you can't just say, oh, here's a price per square. Yeah, you go just a couple counties south, 2 counties over, and they think a shit job is like 350, 400 a square prior to all these increases. With all these increases and transitory inflation, as they say, Janet Yellen says it's transitory until mid-year next year. What the fuck is transitory? Um, now our market's beat down. It's below 300 a square still. Kyle, hope you're not watching right now. You're gonna hate me. Wisconsin, Arizona. Nice. Yeah, Greenlight. He's pretty good content creator. Well, he's not really, I don't think he's on YouTube, but he's done some trade show stuff. Was it ABC put one on last year down in Indianapolis, and he came in. I'm trying to think what his name was. Can't think of it, but he's on Instagram and YouTube. I'm not sorry, not YouTube. Oh, shit, let me try to find it real quick. I don't think he's on. Oh, yep, here we go. YouTube. Greenlight Construction. Let me see if you guys are familiar with this guy. Awesome speaker. If you ever get a chance to have him speak at something, he's only got 7 subscribers. One of the first times I took my GoPro into a public setting was at the ABC trade show down in Indianapolis last year, right after my mom passed away. And he was just really good to listen to and talking about his company and building his business up. This isn't even the guy. Let me see. Five years ago is his most recent video. Yeah. I mean, that's his logo right there. This just doesn't look like him. I'll have to try to find some of my archive footage of him and show it. There's a few segments that were just really good. 675, is that insurance work or is that just retail? Yeah, he's the one that's up in the Chicago area. By the way, I don't know if you guys are into crypto. If you're not staking it and lending it, you guys got to check out the links in the description down below. None of my stuff is sponsored, so anything does help. I was lending out some of my stuff, crypto stablecoins at like, God, 54% was the best interest I've got on some of my stablecoin crypto. And then some of my underlying assets that appreciate, I was loaning out at like 10.4% or so for, God, months, and then sold it at a high. Made like 100% on my money. Insurance only. I've done some insurance work that comes my way, and it's just like, oh my God. Insurance companies typically underquote or miss things intentionally. They won't say it, but I'm sure they do. And even the quotes I get from them, I'm like, holy hell. You know, these guys in my local market, they can fight for that bottom fruit, but I'm gonna try to build and get out of it. Yeah, because I want to be around. Yeah, knock $200 off that. That's what they're doing in my hometown. Um, do I keep it in a trust wallet? Are you talking about crypto there? When you sell at a high price, do you keep it in a trust wallet? So I have several exchanges and accounts. I have a trading account with Binance. That's my day trading account. Like right now, that's why I like crypto because I can do it anytime, 24/7. And then as far as different cryptos I have, like Cardano, I stake on Daedalus, so they're my private keys. I have them. They're on my Ledger device. And then I also use Celsius to lend out stuff. I lend them mostly Matic, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Now that's a trusted company. I don't hold the keys to those, but Cardano's DeFi sector is building to where Meld is one of the companies there where I can hold the keys and lend out with them. So that's a pretty big one. Sunday Swap is another one I'm trying to get in on. I haven't had time to really look up much of it. Insurance rates always too low. I had one insurance job that came my way last year due to hail. Tried to work it. Somebody I know, he didn't want to do it because it was getting late in the season, wanted to seal, which is good. I told him, I'd come back this spring, look at it. Insurance paperwork finally comes in. I'm like, dude, this is not right. You can't get this done for this price. So I called the company. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, everything's good. Why is something the matter? I'm like, yeah, I can't do it for that price. I said, there's no sketch. There's nothing that shows the size. Where'd you get this? Oh, we had a ladder assist. I was like, okay, well, you need to have them issue the right size because you're missing a lot. Ended up missing quite a bit of squares. They didn't even measure the thing, or they did. I really don't think they just wanted to include it. So I was able to get quite a bit of money back for that guy, get the job done. I just unfortunately spend a lot of time building the company and the brand in this bad market. It takes up a lot of time. I want to get out of my market or have a hailstorm hit my area, which would be nice, like a legit big hailstorm. So the GAF, I was just thinking of a comment back up here. The HDZ shingle, I actually saw not the South Bend, the Michigan City plant quite a few years back, one of my previous employers. It was pretty cool. It's the first factory I've truly seen like that. Um, that's before they had the HDZ. So the HDZ, my thinking of this is going through part of the assembly line, the manufacturing line. It's running through. There's a wheel, like a cog wheel with the spokes, stubs sticking out. And literally, it's taking, once the shingle is laminated, it's still hot and warm. It's poking like a grommet looking flared out knob down. It's not putting a fastener in it, it's just poking it down through the underlying mat. So as it cools, it's almost like kind of flare. That's kind of weird. I'm looking at which camera I'm looking at that one. Why does the camera keep switching? It pushes the top mat down into the bottom one, and as it hardens and solidifies, it's kind of like stuck in there. I want to heat that thing up next summer or try to do a little oven style of it, heat it up and try to put a gauge on it to see how well is it. Because the overlap from the headlap to the laminate side underneath still is not that big. Whereas like Malarkey's is a true 1.25 inch past, or you got Duration where they got that big strip across it. I want to see how well they really hold up. So you always push new decking or no warranty in the industry or in the insurance company. So question for you, Lynn. You seem like you're pretty knowledgeable on this side here. And what state did you say you were from, Lynn? Try to scroll up through here. Um, I had somebody tell me recently if a home has one buys, well, I mean, of course I know if it's gapped more than a quarter inch, it needs new decking, or insurance should cover new decking provided their insurance allows code upgrades. Um, I heard recently, I don't know if it's true, maybe you might know, if your one by decking boards are, I think he said 1x8s or greater, you have to. You're from Pennsylvania. Have you heard anything about that? If the deck boards are bigger than an 8 inch, do you have to deck it? Even if they're tight or tongue and groove, doesn't matter. I heard one guy recently say that, and I never really heard it. Or if anyone in here might know. Where did my trading view go? I bring up trading view here. Mr. Mark Anthony, you still in the room? Plank decking always needs new decking. Doesn't matter if it's 1x6, 1x8, 1x10, tongue and groove, nice and tight. You're saying it always needs it? Is that something you can always get insurance to cover? As far as the steel, yeah, there's actually a place called Wagler Metal Sales, just northeast of the Kokomo Airport that does it. I've done some videos of their place. Pretty sweet little setup. They've got roll formers and a 21-foot hydraulic brake. They can make up some pretty cool stuff. One of the things they actually did is there was this roof panel that I did a repair on. I didn't get a chance to video it. I was in a huge hurry. I didn't have time. Weather was moving in. Uh, so I did do a video of them making a test piece. I did get the job and did do it. I just didn't have time to film it. But yeah, they can make some pretty sweet stuff. Yeah, I have an idea of one or two you might be referring to. I think their letters are blue. You're in good hands. And the other one's red letters. Well, I mean, I don't know the Decra steel. Is it the granule coated? Because I think they've got both. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I know what you're talking about. I've seen them at trade shows. Never worked with it. To me, that kind of steel just, it seems, I mean, it looks badass, don't get me wrong. But like in shingles, if you've got to tie in sections and you've got a dip or something's kind of got a little tweak, you can crack a line, adjust it, and fix it. I don't know how you do that stuff with Decra, or how every gable end has to be terminated into a like an upside down J channel type thing. I'd like to find somebody in a better market that does it. Just kind of see if I could do a collaboration with them and cover their installation. It'd be pretty cool. I would say that seems really damn reasonable. Is that just material, that 25K for 27 square, or is that labor and material? I mean, just rough math, that's under $1,000 a square. Everything? Let me read that back up there again. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable to me. The most labor intensive job I've done that would be comparable to that would be Cedar Shake, just because you got to run a pretty much a full course out, put your 30-pound felt, then another course on. Um, I've never seen a full Decra panel. I've driven by a completed Decra house. What part of Wisconsin are you in, Kevin? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and send it on my about page. You'll see a couple email contacts I check every few days. Like to glance over that. So those of you that are currently still on watching, if you're contractors, what do you guys like to do with your money as far as investment wise? I'm kind of curious to get another central part of Wisconsin. You need to get up that way. Um, Sorry, my mind gets kind of scattered here. Huh. What do you mean the RS means to book and verify your estimate? Not sure what you're talking about. Advice for roofers, apprentices, beginners. Find out what you want to do. If you want to continue to be a roofer or an owner and just work towards that goal, be safe. SBS rubber shingle. As far as for your other question for advice for a roofer, never quit learning. Um, in my roofing, I got to a point where it was just repetitive, and I spent 10 years doing the same thing. I quit learning. Um, it was a foreman position. It sucked. I hated it. But then when you get your mind working and you keep learning, there's so much you can continue to learn and better yourself. I'll check some stuff real quick. Just curious, if I flip camera views over here, does the audio sound the same as what it did just a second ago? Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's all too often you get too many people that would just throw a roof on, and to the average consumer, the homeowner down below, it looks good, but without knowing and seeing, knowing what to look for, they have no idea until it's too late and it leaks. And unfortunately, not all leaks come right in and do damage to where they can tell right away. I had somebody comment the other day, sometime the last day or two, about they've never seen misplaced nails cause a leak. I beg to differ. Um, Most misplaced nails aren't going to leak right away. It's going to take time for the nail to kind of waller out, to rust out, and then drip in. I see it all too often, but those people that say, oh, my shit never leaks, they don't get to call back, or they haven't gone back, or it's not leaked yet, but it will over time. When you're putting a nail through the shingle, not blowing a hole through it, if that is in an area where water drips through in a keyway over time, it's the same as a stacked keyway. It's going to drip, it's going to leak. So just knowing what to look for can save a lot. Uh, Making sure you know what practices and how to install things. Time is it? Almost 11. I wanted to try to do this one a little earlier because I had a few people on the last live stream chime in, but it was too late for them for other regions they're watching from. So I wanted to get on here a little earlier, but still trying to get a little bit done. It's just too hard. Best advice for starting off. I guess at what part of starting off are you in? Like, do you have a crew? Do you have a subcontract crew? Have you got any kind of knowledge in roofing at all? Or are you completely new to roofing? Redfire, which email did you see? Was it, there's two roofing emails on that page, on that about page. The Malarkey shingles, they're pretty new to my region in the past 2 years. I like them better because they are polymer modified, their entire line. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and send it to the sponsor one, I'll check it here in just a second. Did you already send it? I'll pull it up here and look, see if it came through. Yeah, granderthinginc.sponsors.gmail. Okay, I see it. It came in. Thank you. There's make sure it's not on camera. I like how they specified not just the first row. Um, Redfire, what pitch is that? Because you got to keep in mind Google Maps is looking down at a 2D dimension. So if you're looking at a square area this big, if it's a steep roof, your Google Maps is, let's see if I can do it here in the camera. Got it. Here, crop time. Google Maps is looking at it like this right there. So you're seeing from this point to this point on Google Maps. You want to see the actual dimension on Google Maps. So what you got to do is you got to sketch it in a 2D dimension and then figure out your pitch factor. So if your pitch is say 12 is going to be multiplied by 1.414, I believe. Yeah, 414. That'll give you the true area. If you I don't know what address you're talking about, but if you got a screen, you can do it on a desktop real quick. I'm sure you've seen the measure tool. If you right click on Google Maps, you can plot it, sketch it around to give you, once you connect it, your square area, multiply it by your common pitch. So if it's all 1212, multiply it by 12 pitch. If it is a combination, take the average pitch. It'll give you a rough estimate, or you can break it up. Say this facet section here is an 8 and this is a 12, and then add them together. Typically, if you just find that sweet spot in the middle. That's like Eagle View. Doesn't matter what pitch it is. If you're doing a quick square, it's going to be the common pitch. It's a quick way to include that. And if you're doing quick quotes, that'll save you a lot. I still recommend most roofs getting up at least to the bottom edge if it's not walkable, and peeking under, see how many layers it is. And then if it is walkable, 612, 812, 1012, most of them one story, I'll walk all of them. You can get a better idea of what condition the decking's in. Huh. Yeah, try not to be super biased on one material, one brand. There's one I recommend to everyone avoid at all costs, and that's Tamco. It sucks. There's a few I like that are good. I'm a big advocate on it's only as good as the installer. I don't care. You can have the best brand, but if it's installed like the roof today was, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna hold up. Especially on the steeper roofs, mansard faces. That stuff's just hanging on the nail. So you want to make sure the nail flange goes up plenty far, or the nails are right in that sweet spot, so they're not just catching the big part of the shingle, but the laminate shim behind. There's a video I did on a pitch hopper. Actually, yeah, let's just get the video going down here real quick. It's kind of weird seeing nothing on my screen here. Let me find it real fast. Bam! Google page reviews, second video.
Brian with Grand Roofing, and I want to do a really quick product review. It's not a big, full, drawn-out video, but it's about the pitch hopper.
Check this thing
If you're
out.
thinking about getting one, check this out. We have one here. I'm not working on this section. I just had a good opportunity to show you on this mansard face with a safe part to walk on. But a pitch hopper is something you can work on comfortably, flat platform, which grips the shingles very well. This is a steep 2612 pitch. I'll put my pitch gauge on here just so I can show y'all. Let me get it opened up. And my pitch gauge, basically, if you can see, get the sun off the screen, it will change with the angle here. So if you change the angle here to this roof, that's a 2612 pitch. That is insane for a pitch hopper to grip. I want to show you the video because it's safe. I can get on here safely with no harness or anything, and if I fall off it slides, I'm on a 312 pitch, 6 inches below me here. The thing grips amazing. The issue it's got sitting up here on its own is the weight of the pitch hopper is almost further out from the point it's pushing down on the roof, so it wants to just flip out because the CG is like out here instead of on the roof. But when I get up here to put some weight on the pad, and it grips. I just jumped up there and I'm mind blown, so I had to get the camera. I need to do it on the edge here so I can grab this and pull my body weight up, but let me put the GoPro on so you guys can see how crazy this pitch hopper grabs.
But like there's a 412 pitch section right below me I'm standing on.
You can see it's just about to fall off there. Set it up there gently so it stays. Again, it is just about 6 inches up, so you can tell if I slide, but I'm not going to get hurt. Get some weight on that pad. I need to grab an edge because my
And
Just got nothing to grab
the
onto,
price
but
seems too good to be true.
she will.
Honestly,
grip this. No hands,
any
it's
estimate
gripping.
I've ever
I would
seen,
never
whatever your
recommend you use
material
it
is,
on
it's gonna
something
be
like this
double
without
that,
appropriate
just to
safety
cover the
harness, fall
labor
prevention,
and
scaffolding below it,
associated
something. But just to show the
costs.
gripping power, the
Let me
sheer
look here.
strength
Was that
of the pitch
including
hopper, wow.
cows,
I'm definitely going to be using this thing a lot more as needed.
material, labor,
Just
with
amazing.
alignment?
Go up a little higher so you can see. Definitely up off that. Problem is I just can't keep my body weight on it.
I'm not
without
seeing
pulling myself with
anything
this
that
roof.
specifies if they're tearing it off.
Look at that. 2612. Pitch hopper.
Yeah, are they putting ice and water
Amazing.
down on top of all of the shingles?
I would leave a link directly down below where you can get it, but I can't find it on Amazon. You have to find the manufacturer directly. Look at your local roofing supply houses, and it's a specialty tool. You're not going to find it at Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, but it's definitely worth it. If you've used it, let me know. Comment what the craziest, steepest pitch you've successfully used it on safely. How you
still on
felt.
here,
Was it
Kyle.
good? Did
I
it
thought
grip?
you were
Did it scare you? Whatever.
on, but then you never answered back.
I'm blown away. I've used it on a 1212 and it felt great. I never would have thought it would have grabbed this. That's
Quit
amazing.
working, I figured I'd just
2612
hang
pitch
out.
hopper gripping it
I'm watching the
like it's
crypto,
nothing.
what you ought to be doing, buddy.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've used them, not used them, questioning it, you got a question about it.
Oh. I didn't see the that charge on here. Let me look back through there real quick. I see the size. I see material, labor. Looks like yeah, I'm not seeing. Is it only one page? Last item. The last item under the itemized list is if doing all ice and water underlinement, not just first row. Oh, right there, I see it there. If tear off of old shingles, okay. Ah. I mean, obviously the Decra price is the highest price. I see it now. I don't know why I missed that the first time. I just don't know, like, that labor does not seem right to me. Have you looked into the company that's what? Because you're looking at getting that done, right? I'm gonna do a quick Google search on this guy and see if I can see anything on him real quick. I see it all too often where prices come in and just, you know, you want to do your best to check the company. Late night messages. I mean, even a friend discount, that tear off for that price and install, that just does not even seem possible to me. But I mean, I've never installed Decra. I'm pretty sure it's individual tile pieces. It's not like big ass sheets. I don't recall. In Chicago, Illinois area. See if he has a Google My Business listing. I mean, if you know him and you trust him, Yeah, Kyle, I do agree. That's why I'm saying you want to make sure and check multiple platforms. Like the BBB, I don't even piss with. That's a joke. The Better Business Bureau is a complete ripoff. I don't like looking on Facebook either. A lot of those places you can pay to play. Never done torch down in my area. Tore it off, not tored it off. I have torn plenty off. Never installed it. Do you have your roofing ticket? Not sure what you're talking about. Any of you guys on here watch Stefan Graham? Pretty good guy. Let's just do a random roof search. On YouTube.
You're talking with people on YouTube?
Streaming.
Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are they allowed? Can you pull this up, please?
Yeah.
Are you vacation or else?
Yeah.
Somebody you talking to?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Whoever's on here. Kevin Katowski is on here too. I'll be down here pretty soon.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Sit down. You need to-
Oh, Zach of all trades. He's not too far from me. Was it obvious? Hey Kyle, how far are you from the Zionsville area? Might have a trip coming up down that way. "45 minutes east of you." I had somebody that way call me, want me to look at their roof. They found me on YouTube. Had the roof done, but I was kind of concerned with the quality of install. Oh yeah, sorry. You're actually further south than I was thinking. That's right down there where I did that car, Huracan. Well, their roof was already done. They had it done like 3 weeks ago. They're just concerned of the quality of install. Hey, Kyle, you shouldn't talk that way. Boy, I kind of watched part of this guy's video. It's a joke. This dude's smearing this like silicone seal across this, saying it's going to be as good as new. What he's missing in the video is that this is non-reinforced EPDM, and there's no batten bar holding it down, and it's actually just pulling away. So the silicone rubber's patch is never going to hold. Let's just watch it real quick. Just give me something to talk about.
I'm on a EPDM rubber roof, and I want to show you how to repair a transition from an EPDM to a metal drip edge that has corroded. You can see how bad this is. You can see the wood underneath there, the metal. This is all breaking apart due to ultraviolet rays. Now what happens is over time, this seam tape that they use to make the transition from the EPDM roof to the metal, that seam tape has broken down due to ultraviolet. And most roofers will use a cover tape. It's called a cover tape over this again. And the cover tape doesn't last. That's what this is. That's what they use. So instead of using cover tape, I use a silicone seal with a fleece that is ultraviolet protected. It's white and ultraviolet does not affect it. So let me show you how I do it. First of all, you have to clean the area. Like I showed one piece here already, but I'm going to show you a different area here. So you take a rag and you can use
see right here,
you can use seam wash. That's the right thing to use. If you don't have seam wash, you can use lacquer thinners that you get from Home Depot. Okay, either one.
Right
so I'm going to use a seam wash because I have it. I like to use it. And I soak this and I clean. You can see how I take off all the other white stuff on there and stuff. All right, I got this on. And then I cut myself a piece of fleece.
Don't recommend what he's doing.
An EPDM rubber that has gone bad. This should last 20 years, longer than the EPDM tape itself. And you can save yourself your roof. You don't have to redo a roof because of the edging going bad. You can always repair it with a super silicone seal, and you can save yourself thousands of dollars by doing the repairs instead of replacing a roof. I'm the flat roof doctor. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Edging on EPDM roofs.
His popped up and I kind of glanced through, and that's all he does in his roof repairs. He's probably a handyman. Eric Reno, 2 weeks ago. I think this was the one he did that I was just, the icebreaker video. And the end of his video, the latter half was pretty damn good.
My truck, I got a brand new transmission in there. It's got 106,000 miles on it. So that's really what I'm looking to focus on, next year is really stepping back, automating.
Him? I thought you get along with him. I think you got his personal number, don't you, Kyle?
Paramount and working with Dynasty a little bit deeper, but,
Reno's a badass. Oh, were you talking about the guy with the fleece and the silicone patch? Yeah. Man, it's not been a good couple days in crypto. Everything be trending down. Let's just do a little look at Floki. Floki Inu. The dog killer, the dog killer. This just not looking good right here. Come on, Cardano. Well, you gotta work on YouTube to make it on YouTube, Kyle. Your last video is pretty good. When was that? I think I bought quite a bit of Matic back here in the $1.05 area. I wrote it up to about here and sold it. Then like the next day I was like, son of a bitch. But that's when a lot of people started buying in. I'm like, nope, just gonna sit sideline, and it's just been coming back down to the 200 down here. Does YouTube have benefits and stuff? I mean, what kind of benefits do you want to know if it has? You know, Bitcoin run by the whales back in May, yeah. Um, let's see, we're on the day. Yes, we're on the day back here, May 16th, April, May 21st or so. I remember these days right here. Yeah, the Wyckoff distribution. They get everybody pumped up and they start selling through this range. Then they put out some FUD and some news stories. And guess what? China, for like the 5th time, banned Bitcoin. Well, guess what? You can't ban Bitcoin. And then boom, starts selling off. And then you get in this little channel here, and everybody's terrified, freaking out as the bottom in, and they're buying it all up. They're just eating that shit up, taking it off exchanges not too quick. And then they'll start putting out some good news. And it starts running up. Kyle, I don't know why you don't get your money working for you, buddy. Yeah, crypto, when you understand what crypto can do, the cryptography and taking out the intermediary, if the big powers that be don't try to control it, I mean, that's what they're trying to do. Well, there's two people to transact using code to verify it's gonna. No transaction fees and zero lag. Let me look something up over here. $5.26 for Nano. Digital money for the modern world. And a lightweight cryptocurrency that is designed to facilitate secure Spanish passport fees. Let me go back and look at some up here. Its market cap is only $701 million. Where's its ranking? There is no maximum supply. Or no, okay, hang on right there. It's ranked 137, but it's down there on the list. Where are we at here? Has Elon been talking about it? Actually, China is into crypto, and they're supporting one called VeChain. It's supply logistics. They're also working on their own CBDC. Hey, Brett, appreciate it. Used the mag hatchet for the first time. Tip on the mag hatchet, if you've not used it, it took me a little while to get familiar with it because you're used to just swinging a hammer like this. This is going to be exaggerated a little bit, but the mag hatchet using cap nails, almost like you got to swing forward a little bit. So just a quick tip, if you have trouble with it, just kind of swinging your hand forward a little bit when you're using the mag hatchet. The ladder's badass. Don't use the ladder for carrying a lot of heavy, big stuff up and down because it could snap, could break. It's using little pins that pop in to hold it, but for just up and down quick estimates, it's pretty badass. Hey, did you click on the link in there to help support the channel when you bought it? If so, thank you. And if not, next time, please. Yeah, according to CoinMarketCap, it was founded in 2014, so I wouldn't say it's still new. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I read 2014. Yeah, development of the project began in 2014. Other name Railblocks. I just don't know much about it, but I'm not knocking it. But if it was something pretty good, I think it'd climb the ranks pretty quick and people would be talking about it. Down 21%. You think there's about 6 months left to the market? According to the Bitcoin cycle, it should have peaked last month, and we're kind of downtrending now, so I'm not too thrilled. I hope it comes back for another push in the alt season. Taxes. I hate it. We have an accountant that does a lot of that stuff. It did set up a solo 401k trust. So there's a lot of things you can do and learn. Definitely learn. Taxes is a big expense. Depending upon if you have employees or just you on your payroll and you subcontract, you can set the solo 401k, invest in your own solo trust, and you can do a lot of cool things with it. Tax exempt, bring your tax basis down. If you're a new business owner, I'd recommend looking into Section 179 for equipment and vehicles too before end of year. I haven't followed Elon much here lately. It's crazy how he can just tweet a few things and just completely move a market. Yeah, I won't forget. I mean, I hope it does if you're invested in it. I hope it works out. There's plenty of cryptos that can all work together. When you say you're new and you don't have a lot of money to pay for someone, are you talking about paying like somebody to manage your money? And government won't kill crypto. They're just going to really slow it down and impede it. You can't shut it off. What I feel is they're going to try to push stories and narratives to want to push their own central bank digital currency. I mean, let's face it, back in the day when Bitcoin was used for Silk Road and things like that, and this whole colonial pipeline shut down hack earlier this year, it's a joke. You can track back to the very first transaction, and there's always a way to track it. It's kind of stupid. The one true dirty money is cash. I really think a lot of people talk about who started Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, this anonymous guy. I really think it's not a guy. I wonder if it could be like a group of people, an entity that was established to implement that, to lead the way and pave the way for a CBDC. You've got to have some sort of monetary backing when it comes to these. Just not so much like Ethereum. Ethereum gas fees are way too high, but there's stuff out there. Can't think of a bunch of them right now. Solana, Cardano. There's a few other ones. Dot, where they don't have very high transaction fees, but there is some processing power required or some sort of governance that brings a monetary value to the network. $15 likes. Oh, can we get 5 more likes? Are there 8 new current viewers in here? Come on, give it a thumbs up, please. Give it a thumbs up for her. We get this video to 20 likes, we'll do another live shot down in the hunting shack. She told me the other day, or this morning, she's like, Daddy, let's go hunting. I was like, so we got school. Maybe Thanksgiving morning, maybe Saturday morning. And like Bitcoin, there's no way they can stop Bitcoin. Even there's no way to even get a 51% attack. It's just too widespread. The government can't shut it down. You could drop nukes over every major city in the world, and there's still going to be one node somewhere that will still be connected and bring the network back up. I mean, if they take down the network, Bitcoin network, you got other issues. wouldn't say, well, yes, there is a finite amount of fossil fuels, but limited. As it gets harder, we're just going to have new techniques and new ways of extracting fuels. And if you think about it, just kind of think deep here for a minute. You can neither create nor destroy energy. You can only transform it. So we're just transforming it to something different, whether it's heat or another gas. There's got to be another way. Somebody smarter in the generations to come to figure out how to turn that shit into some other good use. Yeah, if you drive around, where was this? I think it's up in like the Mishawaka area, my area, northern Indiana. There's these pipes that just spit out natural gas and it's just burning excess gas. I mean, there's so much they can do. They could turn that into energy generation. No, they're just burning it away. Oh, we have a limited amount. 16 likes. Come on, we got 4 more. Give it 4 more likes. Come on, please. I've been on here. Where's my time counter? An hour and 54 minutes. God, I'm gonna have to go to bed soon. Just a grand ribbon hangout. Late night work. I should edit that. I didn't get much work done tonight. Market watch, little YouTube chat and hangout. Check. We had a couple decent sized little solar farms put in somewhat near my area. We have a big wind farm put out in Tipton County. That's kind of cool. They'd have the state police and local KPD and police departments escorting them all down US 31. We got all these big towering wind turbines out southeast of here. Talk to you later, Lynn. Appreciate it. If I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Got what, 2 more working days, and then we're shutting down for a couple of days, I think. Probably a good time for me to kind of end this here. It's 11:35. Yeah, I'll look through that again when I get some rest tomorrow. It seems really low price to me. Uh, I mean, I pay more labor and about that size a roof job here, tear off and install shingles, so it seems really low price. Most any job I do in my crappy retail market, whatever the estimate of material is, typically double that is kind of the area to barely make a profit. So I'm just scratching my head on that being way too cheap. Material's pricey, don't get me wrong. It seems like a good price, but just be cautious. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Oh, whoever else is in there, come on, give me a couple more thumbs up and likes. Down to 5 years on the way out. Definitely appreciate y'all watching the comments in the chat here. Got any ideas, future content, video, suggestion, live stream? Let me know. Yeah, something, or I don't see how we'd be able to stay in business at that. If you end up going that route, try to document some of it and get some pictures over to me. I'd like to see it. 18 likes. Come on, 2 more. 2 more will end the stream here on a bang. Give me 20 thumbs up. That'd be pretty sweet. 5 years, come on. There's got to be 2 of you that haven't given it a thumbs up yet. You know, these other YouTubers, oh, let's get 1,000 likes or let's get 1,000 viewers. This is like my 4th or 5th live stream. Come on, let's get 20. I'd be totally stoked with 20. You see 19? Oh, there it is. It just popped up on my screen. 1 more. Come on. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Hey DJ, I think I've seen you. Are you like a journalist or something? I think you've commented in the past videos about like roofing news, if I can remember right. But if you ask my wife, I have horrible memory. You see 20, Kevin? That'd be badass. It's just probably delayed on my screen. If it says 20 on yours, then sweet. It's just delayed. I think my chat window is pretty quick and responsive. I'll tell you what, let me do one more thing real quick. I'm gonna say a word, and whoever can type that word in, or I'm sorry, a number, the quickest, just so I can see the time delay in the chat versus the video up here. So I'm gonna just say type in the number 5 in chat. Type in 5 down below. Okay, so that's maybe a 5-second delay in chat. Not bad at all. I'll see how long of a delay there is up on my screen. There it is. It just showed up on my screen. There's a big delay on my preview window here. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kevin, David, Redfire, Alex, DJ, Southie, all you guys. Appreciate y'all in the comments section watching, giving the thumbs up. 20 is an all-time high for me. Oh, I'm gonna try to get some more of the raw video on the hard drive put together. It's a goal I've got this winter. Try to build up a little content, get it uploaded. 21 now, sweet. It'll probably take a minute to show up on mine. It's pretty late here for me as well. I've got an ear issue. If I don't get enough rest, it starts playing with me. Kokomo, not many ceramic roofs, no. Clay tile, nope. I've seen a lot of asbestos here lately. Happy Thanksgiving to you all too. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll see another video or two maybe at this week before Thanksgiving. Maybe I might do a little behind the scenes or the family Thanksgiving video. I don't know. Well, guys, I appreciate it. It's late. Appreciate y'all in the comments and everything, and we'll do this again. As always, until next time, be safe. We'll see you then. Wrong camera. It's on this one now. Didn't switch it. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you later. Good night.